Hello. Today I wanted to make a video. This is just kind of be a kind of an a little bit off the subject, but not really. Um, this is about the time that I found out. Well, it was right after I found out I had cancer, and I had to talk to my family. My mom was in the hospital at the time, and I wanted to tell her, but I didn't. I held back because I didn't want to further exasperate her problem with her being in the hospital and fighting some really bad infection. So um, I, my sister was at the house. My sister, I'll give you a little background on her. My sister Anne was born normally. Everything was fine until sometime in her infancy, she got sick and she developed a really high fever. I think it got up to 107 or 108, and um, they got the fever down, but they, it did cause brain damage. She had permanent brain damage, and long story short is, she had she had IQ problems. She had problems with epilepsy also that developed, and this made for a very difficult life for her. She had it very hard. She had a hard time communicating with people and socializing and going to school and making friends, and you know, it was really bad for her. And but I wanted to tell you this story because it just touches my heart, and maybe you guys can relate to this. But um, anyway, when I had found out I had cancer, I wanted to tell my sister and everybody in my family. Well, since my mom was in the hospital, I opted to talk to my sister Ann about it. Um, so I got to the house and I said, Ann, before we go visit Mom, I need to talk to you. It's important. And she said, "What is it, sis?" One of her favorite things to say. I said, "Well, I confided in her that I had just found out that I had breast cancer and that I was going to need surgery. And I kind of explained to her that they were going to have to take some belly fat and replace it where my boob was. And I said, I don't want to tell Mom right now, Ann, because she's in the hospital." And she said, "Yeah, okay." And she hugged me, and but by this time we were both sitting on the couch, and I was so overcome by uh, emotion about it that I started just crying. I hugged her, and I just started crying into her shoulder, and she held me, and she comforted me. And it was kind of like a role reversal in a way, because I had always wanted, to have a real relationship with an older sister, and because of her disability, um, never really had the big sister kind of feel. She always felt like my younger sister. She was a year older than me. Anyway, she really gave me comfort. It was uh, it's what it feels like, I guess, to finally find out you do have a big sister. And it was that at that moment that I just said, "Wow, this is what it's like to have a big sister." And that had never happened before. Well, Anne passed away about a year and a half ago, in February, and it was very, very hard to deal with her death. She died kind of suddenly. She had a seizure, and I found her face down on the floor. Um, she was ice cold. She was stiff. You just hope against hope, But by the time I called, paramedics got there. They said, "No, ma'am, she's been gone, and she's been gone a while." And I felt so bad, but I was at work. My mom was at dialysis, so basically Ann was in the house by herself when this happened to her. But, it could have been a lot worse. She could have died outside somewhere. She could have died, checking the mail. She could have died, you know, on her way to a store. She could have died at a store with us. But we, it's kind of good in a way that she died at home because um, it made for a lot less drama and panic. So, but anyway, I sure do miss her. Um, and sometime after her death, I think it was about a week later. We hadn't even had her memorial yet, I don't think. And I had this dream that she came back to the house. She came in and she looked at me, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I wasn't expecting to see her. And she just looks at me and she says, "They opened my eyes and gave me light." And I was like, okay. I didn't really know what she was talking about. But so in the dream continued on. I was going to take her to the living room and show her mom, so say, "Hey, mom's here." Well, my mom couldn't see her. Um, so I'm pretty sure that Anne was just meant to see me and tell me about the fact that they opened up her eyes and they gave her light. Well, I'll tell you what, God has his mysterious ways. I remembered something that my mom had shown me not too long before Anne died, and that was that Anne had a brain scan done, and the doctor wanted to know how badly her brain had been damaged, because I guess he was a new doctor and didn't know much history on her. So anyway, he had this brain scan done, and it was on a CD, and it also had a printout of what was on the CD, and the printout just showed her brain, black and white, and it showed two spots on the brain that were circled, and my mom told me that the circled spots were the parts in her brain that were dead, and they were black spots. And if you look at the CD, one side is silver from where it plays, but on the other side, when you flip it over, it had the artwork. Artwork had eyes on it. And then everything just clicked. Just clicked. She said they opened up my eyes and gave me light. And here was everything sitting in my hand to show that those dark spots in her brain were now light. They were not dark anymore. She had full capacity, full normal everything. Because that was everything. So I have a normal sister in heaven, and when I die one day, hopefully I go to heaven, and I have a normal sister, and it's going to be nice to have a big normal, an older sister that's normal, and it'll be a whole different kind of relationship, I'll tell you. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys, and I have started a website, and I'm going to put some of those pictures on the website so that you can see them. I'll have them with me here on the video. Anyway, so that's my video for today. I'm going to make another one here pretty quick. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. And you can comment and subscribe or like or dislike my video. It's up to you guys. But I'm just getting started, and hopefully I can keep spreading my word about what I'd like to say about cancer, how it just takes you it takes you emotionally, it takes you financially, it tries to really take your life, it really does. And I'm a survivor, and I'm going to keep surviving this. But if it wasn't for that terrible diagnosis, I may not have had this experience with my sister Anne. Anyway, rest in peace, Anne. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.